welcome back to Apple Tree Allotment. It's the start of October now. The nights are starting to draw in. We've had a busy weekend this weekend, so I haven't had much time to come down and do jobs, but I've got lots ready to go. We had loads of rain yesterday, really torrential rain. All the roads were swamped, so everything's quite wet, which saves me a job, but it's a lot of wet on the paths and everything today. But that really seems to have benefited the squash. There's definitely some of these squash have grown a lot. I'm noticing more and more, and they're starting to turn a bit yellow as well, which is great to see. The biggest one I found over here is, it's definitely turning on the turn to yellow now. There's lots more little ones in here. So yeah, it's really good to see. I went to the frosts again because we were passing on Friday, I think it was, and I did manage to finally get some onions and some garlic. I could only get the sort of white onions. We normally eat red onions, but they will do. So yeah, we've finally got some of them. There's that little there's a squash there weighing that plant down. Pin that down out of the way of other people. Yeah, so I've got 2 bags of garlic and 2 bags of onion. So I'll show you where I'm going to plant them in the week. Pumpkins. This pumpkin's definitely ready to come out now. It's all going yellow here and everything. I think we need to harvest that. And the same with these ones. You can see everything's starting to go off now. So I think I'll bring the kids down and everyone and do a bit of a harvest festival. Get all these borlotti beans. They're all ready to go. All pulling the rest of the corn down now. There's loads in there. So yeah, before they dry out, we'll get those and we'll put them in a curry or something. That corn feels like it might be okay to pick, so I might pick that. There's loads of nice little pumpkins and squash. There's about 4 or 5 pumpkins. There's probably about 10 squash again, I reckon. So they've pumped up quite a lot with the rain. The potatoes, autumn potatoes, are all doing well. The rain looks like it's really sort of knocked them back a bit, like fallen over a little bit, but they still look healthy. I think when I was looking on the packet, it said they'd be ready in November. So yeah, they should, in theory, only have about a month, 6 weeks to go. So hopefully they'll make it through. I might have a little dig around and see how big how well they're doing. Courgettes, one of the reasons I wanted to come down today is in the evening. Make sure the courgettes weren't getting too big. There's a really nice yellow one there. There's a green one on the other plants. So yeah, we'll harvest those before we go home. The ones over there, I've just noticed they've started to mildew a little bit now. So I'll pull off some of those leaves, get rid of those. I'll put them on the fire so they're not in the compost. These ones are definitely slowed down. I think we're probably getting towards the end of those now. Rainbow chard started looking good. There's a few little bits eaten there, just a bit of a shame. But it's a few nice ones. I might experiment with putting some plastic boxes over some of them and see if it helps them grow a bit bigger this year. And the sweet spring onions this side, leeks that side, wasn't it? Yeah, they're still doing well. The leeks are coming on nicely. I think they like a bit of rain, don't they? So they're probably really happy in this sort of weather. The beetroot this end, isn't it? Yeah, beetroot this end. It's doing well, looking good. And I did notice I planted a couple of more rows of chard over here. There's just little tiny shoots coming up. So yeah, they're starting to come up. Yeah, and then the last bed, the Monge 2 peas, I think they've probably had it now. They're probably done. But I'll have another rake over, see if there's any more. There's a few little flowers starting to bravely come out. But yeah, I think they're probably finished. Yeah, so it's definitely time to harvest a bit more. I'll come down, bring Anna and bring the kids, and we'll harvest the pumpkins, I think, and these beans. The squash look like they'll certainly need a few more weeks, at least a couple more weeks. But yeah, obviously into the end of October, that's fine. Hopefully we'll get some good squash. I definitely want to also get these potatoes up now, these main crops that are storing in the ground. We're down to, I reckon we're probably about 2 or 3 weeks left stored at home. But I want to get them up, make sure they're okay, so we can start using some of the bigger ones. Yeah, so I'll do that. Either today, if I can find a bag in the car or something, I'll do it. If not, I'll leave it till next week. And then the jobs I'm going to do, I haven't got time to do that today because the sun's starting to set. You can see over this side, it's just starting to come down through the trees. But the jobs this week, I'm going to go and get some soil improver, the free stuff from Ame, and mix it with compost. I bought a few bags of compost when I got the garlic and onion sets. So yeah, I want to sort of mix it half and half, so doesn't cost as much obviously, but also doesn't need to be that rich, I don't think. And my plan is this bed, I'm going to cut it in two with this plastic. I'm going to make a path down the middle here and put bark chips on it probably. And then the rest, I'm going to put some cardboard down and then just put the compost on top and plant my onion and garlic. And I might also we'll see how far they go. I've got quite a few. I think it was 50 in each pack, so there's a lot. I'm not sure how far they'll go. But then this other bed as well, I want to take the wood off of here. So I need to bring down a decent screwdriver because they're quite well put together, that one. Better than it looks. Yeah, and then I can't remember how good it was under the plastic. I think it is. Yeah, it's a little bit rough under there still. It might be okay with a bit of cardboard over it, let them rot down. Yeah, so I'll do that, and then I'll see how far I get. I'll do the same with the path in the middle. And I'll see how far I get. If I've still got lots left, I could probably use this pea bed and the potato bed. Yeah. So yeah, that's my plans this week. So I'm going to come down in the week and do that, or I'll certainly go and get the compost this week, the soil improver, and I'll yeah, it might be a job for next Saturday or something. Come down and spend a few hours setting that all up. I was hoping to do it this week, get them in as early as possible, but not had time, unfortunately. But yeah, all looking good. I'm glad it wasn't too broken by that rain, because it really was heavy. But they look like they survived. And the other job we were going to do, actually, if I've got enough soil improver, I was going to fill that tyre to the top. I've got a bag of daffodils. I was going to fill that tyre with daffodils. Get some nice flowers in here, and see what other bulbs or plants we can put in. But yeah, so look around the plot. Sun's starting to go down now, so not got much time. But yeah, all looking really good. Still lots to harvest and do, and start getting ready for next year. I'm really pleased with these squashes and pumpkins. They're holding out really nicely. And I definitely, although we only had one out of this type of pumpkin, it's definitely grown really well. So I have to make a note of what that was, and perhaps try it again if it tastes nice. Yeah, I might even harvest this one tonight. Yeah, hope you enjoyed having a look around, and interesting to see what else you're harvesting at the moment. and what else I could get in. I know a lot of people are sort of sowing things in polytunnels and greenhouses. Still a lot of greens. But yeah, lots going on. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that, and look forward to talking to you soon. I'm just going to go and harvest our courgettes now, I think.